Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I want to talk about the final stretch of preparing our PTCGO accounts for migrating to live. As I'm sure you're aware, support for PTCGO is going to stop. They're not going to add Scarlet and Violet to PTCGO, so the standard format is frozen for what it is now until the time that they finally sunset PTCGO. Now, we don't know when that will be, actually. I suspect it's going to be several months after Scarlet and Violet launches, but if you want to play the current standard format, you're going to have to be in live. And if you want access to all the cards you've collected over the years, you're going to have to migrate your account. So I've talked about it in the past, but if you're like myself, you did some preparing initially, then kind of set it aside, ignored the preparing for, and now I have some more preparing to do, just so I use everything up, right? The basics of preparing: one, you want to trade away extra cards, right? You can only migrate for most cards. Whatever the most you can have in a deck is all you can do. So you're going to want to have. I've talked about this elsewhere. You're going to have marked your cards for trade. Then I come in and look through on a daily basis what the trade offers are for the cards I'm giving, which I have tagged for trade, and I apply that. It takes a few minutes to sort through, which is annoying, but I will say it seems to be happening faster, and I think the reason for that is trades are dropping. So if you haven't been active in making trades, you have a bunch of excess cards, get busy with it, because I think trades are going to get harder and harder to find, and it'll be interesting to see whether that means the values for the trades are going to get better or they could get worse. Don't really know. So I took a look through. None of these trades are ones I want, like Karen's Conviction. Yes, I could trade those away, but I don't want to trade away my scrolls because I don't have a full play set, so not going to take that trade. I have an extra full face guard, but I don't have extra blissies, so again, no trades I want. So you need to also create your own trades. So I'm going to click my trade offers just so I see what I've done. If you haven't, you've probably done it before, but if not, I'm just going to show you what you do. You click Public Trade. I'm working on a wishy-washy Frostmoth deck because just for fun, I don't know that it's going to be that good. But so just going to try to pick up a few cards for that. Might as well target something as I'm trading away these excess cards. So I need to get a Frostmoth. I need one more of that. So I'll type it in, Frostmoth, find it here. Double click to enlarge, make sure. Yep, it's got the Ice Dance. I have 3 others, so I need 4 for this deck. So lets me put energy, accelerate as many energy to my bench Pokemon, water energy to my bench Pokemon as I want, which is key for this deck. So try to get a 4th of that. Then what am I giving? I've kind of been dealing with this, so I should be able to get it for 1 chest. That seems to be about a fair value. You don't want to overpay. I could offer a Silver Tempest pack to get it quicker, but don't overpay. Save it for another day. I always just take a look, make sure I've got the deal entered the way I want. Say done. I'll never do more than 8 hours. It's a waste. It costs 8 coins to do that, but as long as the trade gets executed, I get the 8 coins back. So it's a way to keep people from just throwing out a lot of offers that are going to expire. So people get around that by creating secondary accounts, and they trade with themselves at the last minute if they need to, but it's designed to reduce that. And then also the deck wants a Snom. I think this isn't the Snom I want for the deck, but since I realized they didn't have a full playset of the older Snom, I'll pick that one up too. This one I can get for less, so I'm going to give cards for it. It's a common, so I think these 2 commons. Yep, 1 common asking for. Giving 2 commons, none of these cards are particularly valuable. That should get done. So I'll post that trade also. So I will wait. Probably those trades will get accepted. I hope so. And I have to just go through over time and trade away all my excess cards. It takes a little bit of time, but the more cards you pick up, then the more decks you have to choose from. So that's the value there. Obviously, you need to spend through your coins. I have over 2,000, right? So you go to the shop and you pick up decks, booster packs, whatever you want there. Put them in your account. You have your collection of packs that you need. You want to transfer 125 packs, most likely. That gets you the most credits in live, which you use to craft cards. So I have 125 Vivid Voltage packs. I've talked about them before. Vivid Voltage packs are less valuable than others, so you can probably, if you have looking to get to your 125 packs, you could probably the Silver Tempest packs, which you will earn at events, you could trade one Silver Tempest pack probably for 2 Vivid Voltage packs if you need to get up to your 125 packs. So I did that. I might buy an extra pack or two just in case. I don't want to live to have some, when I migrate, to have some glitch and lose credits for it. But we'll see. So I have my 125 packs. And then the last thing is use up your tickets. I have 19 tickets. So I'm going to jump into an event. You're all familiar with it. I'll probably have to edit the video down because events involve a lot of waiting. Soaring Storm is the deck I prefer. It's really a very strong, versatile deck. I'll probably show a little bit of gameplay of it here. But in terms of preparing, the basics I've already covered. A couple things, though. Think about what you want to do in PTCGO before you migrate. What's the last deck you want to play? And I've thought it through. I know my choice. I'll post a video in the future about that and record that gameplay so you can see that. And just for my own enjoyment, I can reference back to that when I want to reminisce about the good old days in PTCGO. But right, PTCGO is going to go away. We're going to lose the ability to play some decks. Themed is one format that was going to go away, not come back. Legacy is going away. Expanded will come back eventually in live, but right now it doesn't have the full card set, so it may be a while before you can really play Expanded again. So to me, it's a deck in one of those areas that we're losing access to. That's where I'm going to focus on for the last deck I want to play. And I picked out a deck I enjoy that was a deck I started playing early on, and that still I think is a solid choice to play. So anyway, this game, Soaring Storm, you want to go first. It's an evolution deck with multiple evolutions, so you want to go first, which is true for most of these decks. I won the coin toss, so that's a plus. We'll see what happens. So events, if you're not familiar with it, you have half the time that you get in a regular game. You have 12 and a half minutes total. The reason for that is it's an event, an 8-person event with a bracket system, and you're waiting, especially after the first round, for all 4 matches to end. So, if you have a quick game, you can often be waiting around for 20 minutes or more. So the idea of having to wait like 30, 40 minutes after a quick game is really difficult. So they just make the game shorter to, I think, reduce the wait time for other people. It's usually viable. So I have a choice here. I guess I'm going to throw out the Tornadus. That's not the ideal starter. Obviously, I put out a Grimer usually for the draw with this deck. You will put both Dratini down. I may have to switch into one. We'll see. I could retreat Tornadus next turn. That's one reason to attach to him. Plus, I can't really attack. I want to get the Dratinis evolved up into Dragonites. I have one. I don't have the stage. I have the stage 2, but I don't have the stage 1. So we'll see. Now he's weak to lightning. So if I can get a lightning Pokemon into play, that is a plus. And that's not looking likely at all. That was pretty lousy. That's a pretty weak first turn for me. But I got to say, it was a weak first turn for them also, or weak first 2 turns for me. So I do have knockout next turn, and if they can't do anything else here, I'll have game, and it'll have been a very quick game. So they need to evolve or bench something. So that's very unfortunate for them. So I'm just going to take game, and that's that. So I'm not going to say good game or anything because, look, they didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't draw. So a good game, I think, comes across as sarcastic. So there we go. A quick game. Get a mystery box from the wheel. See what I get from that. And click. And I get 50 coins. So, okay, not bad. Tickets better. So anyway, I have a number of tickets to get through, right? Just playing themed events primarily, so it's 4 tickets. So I have probably another 4 or 5 events because I'll pick up another ticket or 2 along the way. You do get some tickets from the wheel and such. So I'll pick up at least a pack now, and of course these are tradable packs. Right now it'll be a random pack, not the newest Silver Tempest pack. I guess the random pack could be that, but it's unlikely. It'll be a standard legal pack, though. So anyway, so I will probably have to edit out this video. So let me pause for a couple seconds so I can cut back in later. It's back in 10 seconds, so I got the warning that the tournament was going to be resuming in 10 seconds, so I went back to that tab. I was just kind of looking at my collection in the meantime because you can access those other parts of PTCGO. So we start the game. So I go second, which isn't ideal, but see what I start. If I can start a Grimer, then that's actually a good start. And actually a Grimer with it, I draw. Hopefully I get something good, a Grimer in the active and something on the bench that I want to attach energy to. Well, I'm going to start Thunderous. That makes life easy. Simple for me, not necessarily good, but it makes the decision very easy. They have a Lugia, so they're weak to me. So if I can get my second turn, I could knock them out if they're still in the active. If I need 2 energies on him and a. I'll just attach and pass. I have Pokemon Communication, which I could use this turn, but I do probably want to. I don't want it twofold. Yeah, if I played it that turn, I'd be tipping my hand. Better to keep the information to myself. All right, I was hoping he'd attach to the active. He did not. So I'm going to. I'll see what I draw, but probably get. Yep. So I want to knock out the active. He's weak to me, so that makes my decision simple. It's not. I'm not developing a good board though, but getting prizes is a good thing. So. I shouldn't get knocked out next turn, so that's good. So hitting him for weakness, which is nice. So I got the knockout, and I can get a knockout next turn. I don't know on what, though. He may have, he has a hit and run ability here. I don't know if he can evolve or not. Okay, she's playing research, so a good chance of hitting the evolution. So far, no. They haven't developed their board great either, but obviously they have more pieces than I do for sure. So they're going to switch to protect the Pokemon with energy. All right, so I don't need another energy on Thunderous because I knock out Slugma's doesn't have resistance to me, so I'll attach to the benched because I might want to switch down the road to do some spread damage. All right. Got some other basic Pokemon in play, which is a plus. I attack for knockout. I have an energy, so I can attach next turn, and I can do 120 damage if I need to. All right, I got a second energy. Not bad. I have a Pidgeotto in hand. So not the greatest start, but not a great start for my opponent either. So what they do in 60, 70, 80, 90, that's unfortunate. It was a good play by them, so I think. So now that was about one of the few plays that would keep me from getting knockout, and they pulled it off. So good job by them. All right, see what I get with Airmail. I want to just thin out my hand so I lily for the most cards possible. All right, not great. If they evolve, do they knock me out next turn? I'm trying to remember. I think they might, and that will be very unfortunate. So one more energy, they knock me out. That's not good. They're going to tie me with prizes. I'm not in a great place. Now, they're not in a great place either, but now they're starting to evolve towards a Charizard. I do have, what am I going to play? I have Cynthia, which is good. I think if I can't get something else going. All right, do I want to attach energy somewhere? I think I don't know if I do. All right, I'm going to airmail first. That's not good. Not good at all. Maybe I should have waited. The thing is, I wanted to get a Pokemon to attach energy to. That would be helpful. So attach it to the bench. I'm just going to let the active get knocked out, I think. If I hit a Grimer, I'll be sad, but that's life. All right, so, and I'm done. So I'm not in a great spot here. I'll get knocked out. I'll move up my other Dratini because he has free retreat with the water energy attached. Opponents got one energy on the Charmeleon, so they're a turn away from getting attacking with the Charizard. Not great for me, gotta say. But all right, so I'm gonna, yeah, I guess I go to Grimer. The problem is I'm getting down, but I really don't have a choice about this, do I? No. All right, what do I want to attach energy to? I don't know if that's the right play or not. Again, I want to get some more Pokemon, which is why I attach energy just to thin my deck. Get a lot of energy, which is nice, but I don't, if I needed the energy, but I don't need this much energy. I really need to get Pokemon in evolutions into play. Not going, this game's not looking good at all. So, we'll see what happens. It's looking like I'm going to lose, though. And that's the way it goes sometimes. The decks don't set up. They haven't set up that well either, but they got one attacker into play. If they hadn't hit the Leon when they did, then I would be in the better position because they've struggled to this point too. But they got one attacker fully set up first. And that really is the game for them. What do I want to do here? I think I need some evolution. So let me hit that. So what do I want to send up here? I'm in a lot of trouble. Let me grind. Oh, let me use Pidgeotto. I think I'm going to need Dragonite to have a chance. The odds of pulling this off are so slim, but I could have got the evolution there, the Lantern, but I think that's too late for him. So let me... What do I want to do? I'm going to lose, I'm pretty sure, but all right, so I'm going to have to attack with him next turn. So I'm going to attack with Dragonite next turn. They might be able to one-shot my Dragonite. They have a Leon, so they're already doing 130 with Charizard, I believe. I think it's 100 plus 30 per Leon. So a second Leon, even in the discard, they have knockout. Obviously, they play the Leon on that turn. They're doing even more damage. So I'm, they might one-shot my Dragonite at best case for me. Worst case for them is they're two-shotting me, but that's really not going to be enough. I'm going to have to attack with the Dragonite, switch into my other Dragonite and such. I don't know that I have much switch cards either. I used a Tate and Liza. I don't remember now. Does the deck play 2 or 1? Some of the counts I'm not positive on. All right, what did they discard? All right, well, I have one play to make. And, well, I do need to evolve my other Pokemon, so let's see what I hit here. All right, so gives me some hope. Well, I guess I made a mistake. I didn't use my Pidgeotto yet, did I? I should have Pidgeottoed first. But, again, it probably doesn't matter. My opponent probably wins this turn. So let me attach to the active. I'm going to attach to the bench because that's really my only play for the next turn is to switch in And I have to get a switch card to pull that off too. So not very likely. But make the play, see what happens. With those cards, they probably have game in hand. So we'll see what happens. I imagine they're going to promote the Charizard, and they're just going to knock me out. They have to play Leon. Oh, that's right. They have free retreat there, so it gives them flexibility. So we'll see what they're doing. Thin in the deck, so I'm guessing they don't have the Leon in hand. If they do have the Leon in hand, these are all unnecessary plays. I would hope they're not doing that. But, so thinning the deck with the Great Ball makes sense, increasing the odds of hitting the Leon. So they don't have Leon this turn. So I survive another turn. The problem is, now what am I going to, okay, I got a switch card, so that's nice. So I need to evolve and attack with my other Pokemon. That's what I need to do. The odds aren't horrible. I missed it though, so that's not good. What am I going to do here? I'm going to not attack because attacking is bad. If they switch, they just win the game. So I'm going to power up the bench Dragonite, hoping I get it next turn. And I'm just going to pass because that's, I think, the best thing I can do. I'll throw down the Pidgey if I get my second Pidgeotto. I could play that. They have game. So that's it. I'm going to say, well played. They got me. And that's that. So I didn't set up well. They didn't either, but they were better. Their deck worked better than mine. So that's the way it went. So I've won a pack and some coins. So working through the tickets again. So that's what you want to do. Once you're knocked out of the event like this, the leave event button is green. It's red before that because it's warning you that you don't want to do that. So there we go, using up some tickets and getting a little bit of progress to my collection out of it. So continue prepping your account and take care.